in this colony here. They're all wearing plain, shirt sleeve environment. I wonder if they understand the biology of this planet well enough. They're confident that this is safe. So obviously the atmospheric composition is okay because that's kind of an easy measurement.
What if there's some type of bug that likes to eat cotton, and by wearing cotton, the bugs killed them? And so if cotton is the fabric of our deaths.
Yeah, there could be weird things like that where it doesn't show up on the initial scans. But when we actually put stuff there that those bugs need on the planet, all of a sudden you get weird like growths all over the place.
Maybe there's some material that's rare on the planet, but now humans deliver material that they really need, and then just explosion.
It's kind of like those like algae blooms, out in the ocean where the I guess it's fertilizer runoff. Yeah, and it could be like that where they're putting all these resources for a particular bug or something on that planet, and it just grows everywhere and kills people, clogs up the works. I also worry about particulates, which that may not show up easily on scans either, because that's probably very local depending on the wind and dust conditions.
Right. I remember watching this 9/11 study where there was a physicist. He's like, the smoke coming out of the tower, out of the burnt ash, is blue. That's bad. That means the particulates are small enough that it's like whatever size particles, which means a mask is not going to do it. We're going to have long-term cancer problems. So like even the degree of the size of the particulate is not obvious a priori.
Right, that's right. And I wonder so in those huge dust clouds from volcanoes or something, you can see it. But if it's at sufficiently low density, it may show up as a haze if you're looking through 10 miles of atmosphere. That may not be obvious if that's bad or not. What else could there be on a planet? We're saying there could be like viruses, bacteria, or some analogous thing on another planet. And particulates? What else could there be?
So there's there's biology, which includes like animal, single cell, viral, that type of stuff.
And I guess fungal and other type of growthy things.
Okay. There's chemistry. So like toxicity and I guess and also like, does it have the appropriate atmosphere for us to survive? There's also pressure. So just too much or too little, both are bad. And particulate, as you said. So inorganic.
So I was thinking in terms of particulates, there's kind of a crossover between chemistry and like the physical thing of the particulate. So the particulate could actually damage physically the lungs or the throat or something, just because it's big and rough and grinds our biological systems
or
down.
gets stuck. It gets stuck in the and then you can't extract it.
And then if it gets stuck, there could be chemistry going on. So there's toxic stuff in the particulate. It could leach into your system.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. You visualize it here. I visualize it down here.
Well, I was picturing the thing getting lodged into the mucous membranes of the throat, which I guess the throat actually has mucous membranes, so that stuff gets caught in the throat and then sent down to the stomach,
or coughed,
or coughed out. And so that's a defense mechanism. And then actually, you're thinking
in the
into
bronchi.
The lungs and stuff. Yeah, I was thinking that as well. But yeah, that's also super damaging.
Both are bad.
This is our into the lungs symbol. But what else could there be? What about like on the surface of the planet? So it's not coming up in...
Could be splinters. That's not good.
Actually, is that a joke?
I mean, yes and no.
I mean, what if the sand or the surface is really sharp and stuff, and you can't really step well without really like damaging your footwear?
A planet without much plate tectonic, or I guess dynamical weather, will have very little erosion, which means rocks are going to be sharp.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a secondary thing, which is watch your footing. But at the same time, that could cause a lot of issues because people may not be used to it. Especially if you have belters freaking doing it. I mean, you know it's going to be an amateur shit show.
Beltalores. Yeah. They're only used to having environments that are perfectly curated for them.
In this picture, what is this ball?
I want to say it's water.
Water tower, right?
I want to say. I'm guessing because that's what we have them.
Yeah, so it provides pressure for showers and sinks and toilets and stuff.
Seems wasteful.
And then they stacked the hexagonal container. They stacked one of them on top of the other. This blue one's on top of the red one. Why? Put that one on the ground.
It's just tippy for no reason.
Yeah. So if there's stuff in there, I guess they have a forklift. You ever been in a building and there'll be like a door like up on the wall? You ever seen that? And you're like, what the? And somebody explained to me, it's for loading. You open the doors and then you can load heavy items with a big forklift into the doors.
Huh.
So there needs to be a doorway without any obstruction. You know, because sometimes you can't take things upstairs. So maybe they have a forklift so they can load stuff out of the blue container.
If forklift breaks down, like everything in there is just lost forever.
Just lost forever. Except when you're playing a video game after this has been abandoned and you come in and there's all kinds of loot in there.
Loot in there, yeah. That's like room up there. There's loot.
Definitely loot. It's difficult to get to. You got a platform. You're like, yeah, there's definitely stuff in there.
The more platforms there are, the better.
The better.